Mungo has spent a career being a cameraman traveling to the far reaches of the earth, getting the most adventurous footage you've ever seen. Now Mungo is on the other side of the camera, in front of the lens, for the new Animal Planet series Expedition Mungo, where he travels the far corners of the earth to find mysterious creatures. And he joins me right now. Mungo, greetings from Las Vegas.
Hi, Jeff.
Now, Mungo, you've spent your career behind the camera. Now you're in front of the camera hosting your own show. Was it something like, hey, I can do that better, or I have a sense of adventure that they're not capturing on film, or is it just a personal journey for you to evolve behind the camera?
Yeah, definitely the last, Jeff. It's just a journey for me to explore, really. I mean, I've been a cameraman and loved my job for over 20 years. And I'm still doing camera work while being in front of the camera by somebody filming me, filming other things. So it's not all over. But I think it was a case of just me really kind of having the chance to do my own investigations, because having filmed so many things over the years, so many stories, I've always been able to listen to them, but I can never say anything until after the shoot's wrapped and back in the hotel bar or wherever we are. So this was a chance to actually kind of investigate my own stories and to actually air my own opinion, which was quite good fun, I have to say.
Now, being a cameraman your whole career, you had to have appreciated the advancement of technology, going from videotape and now it's all digital. So is it easier for you and your crew to shoot these adventures in these jungles being all digital?
Yeah. To a degree, the digital world has helped us. But on the other hand, it now means that we need to digitize everything. So in order to reuse the memory cards, we have to download them. And then because we can download them, then all the producers at home want us to download them onto various hard drives for safety. So if we lose one, we've got it backed up on other ones. So maybe it is a blessing in disguise, but also maybe sometimes it's a bit of a hindrance. Because in the olden days, you'd have a tape or film, and as long as you kept that safe and kept that from sweating, say in the jungle, then that was your job done. But now you have people who have to sit there all through the night digitizing the footage.
Now, when people watch these adventure shows, sometimes they forget that there's a camera crew following you around who are in just as much danger as you are. But you used to be behind the camera. So do you have a special consideration now when you're hosting your show for the crew that's following you around through the four corners of the earth?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, without a doubt. I mean, for years, I've filmed Bear Grylls for over 10 years, and people often say, oh, the Bear Grylls cameraman, he has to do everything that Bear does, but with a camera. And of course, that's true, because that's me. So I'm very aware that, that the work that goes on behind the camera is so much harder, really, than being in front. It's a tough job, and so much of our job is delivered by, so much of our footage is delivered by sweat, blood and tears. But if you enjoy hard work and you enjoy a challenge, which I certainly do, then it's a great career to have.
Now, for your series Expedition Mungo on Animal Planet, was there one particular adventure this season that really stood out for you?
Well, that's a good question. One of the strengths of this series, I believe, is that every episode is so different to the last. So just because you've seen one, don't think that the next one's going to be anything like that one. The countries we went to, Peru, Argentina, India, Borneo, Namibia and Liberia, are also very different. And so they all offer different things, different adventures, different culture, different animals. So each one was such a kind of kaleidoscope of colour hitting us. But I think... I think the real appeal is that everything's different, and everything delivers to be an incredible adventure.
It's said to be half man, half monkey, all evil. Last time I was here, I heard that there were nearly 400 incidents reported to the police. It struck terror into the hearts of the city. That was in the summer of 2001. I was in India filming an extreme travel show. At that time, newspapers in Delhi reported that police were swamped with calls from people claiming to have been attacked by something matching the Mandy Burung's description.
Now, most of your show, you adventure in all these jungles and all these really exotic places, but I'm surprised to find out that you have an urban adventure. I mean, there's a half monkey, half man supposedly attacking people in India. So it's an urban setting and not a jungle. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, well, this Sunday on Animal Planet at 10 p.m, don't miss it. The story actually starts not in the jungle, where often it has started, say in Namibia, but in the urban jungle of Delhi, which is a crazy place. It's one of the top, I think it's one of the top 3 biggest cities or most populated cities on earth. It's a crazy place, and there was an incredible story about a monkey man which was attacking people. And I'm not going to tell you any more because you have to watch it. But yeah, it's an incredible story, and you know, it's mind-blowing, really.
Now, you've had an amazing career as a cameraman. You've traveled the 4 corners of the earth. Is there one story you love to tell in social gatherings or at parties? Something really interesting?
Oh, well, look, I mean, one of the stories I do tell, I've written a couple of books actually, so I was able to tell that as in my opening chapter to kind of capture everybody's imagination. It was a time when I did undercover filming at the International Arms Fair. And that was as crazy as it sounds. It was a bit like being James Bond for a day or two, where we were sneaking in cameras into somewhere which was so incredibly well secured. And then on one evening in the International Arms Fair, there was an unannounced firework display outside. And when the fireworks started going off, you suddenly worked out who all the security guards were, because they all went for their weapons and kind of ran towards the doors, only to find out that it was a firework display and not some big terrorist attack. So yeah, I mean, that was definitely hairy, to say the least.
Mungo, thanks so much for talking to me today. Congratulations on the new series, and come visit us in Las Vegas again real soon. We'd love to have you.
I'd love to. Thanks, Jeff.
Expedition Mungo is on Animal Planets on Sunday night. Check your local listings for showtimes. Also, for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. Also, check me out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I would love to hear from you. I'm Jeffrey Howard in Las Vegas. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.